Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you on the platform of Exampore English Medium channel guys. I'm Sanjay Singh Tomar, your maths mentor, and I'm here to welcome you all on this platform guys with the topic percentage. And today we are going to learn what is successive change. Today we are going to learn what is successive change and how the problems based on successive change comes in the examinations. So please do join, and once you join, do not forget to let me know by your comments about your joining. And what is the next thing you should be doing after your joining is sharing the session as well, so that others may also join us. Yeah. Okay. Good. Great. So let's move on, guys, and learn about this topic and do a lot of important problems over this. Let's learn about this topic and do a lot of important problems based on it to master this topic, guys, because it also constitutes a very important part in your examination. Always questions based on successive change come in the examinations every time. So we are going to begin. Okay. So what is successive change? Let's learn about it. What is successive change? Let's learn about it. Suppose initially the price of an article is 100. Suppose initially the price of an article is 100. It increased by 10% in the first year. So what would be the value after 1 year? The value after 1 year would be increment of 10% over 10, that is 110. So value after 1 year is going to be 110. Value after 1 year is going to be 110. Now, when again there is a rise of 10% next year, now what is 10% of 110 now? The 10% of 110 is 11. So value will increase by 11, not by 10. Value will increase by 11, not by 10. So it will become 121. Got my point? What did I just said? Okay. Initially, when there is a rise of 10%, it will become 110. And then there is an increment of 10%, so it will become 11. So it will become 121. So overall in 2 years, it has become from 100 to 121. 100 to 121 means increment of 21 over 100 into 100, 21% increment. So what is the point of saying? The point of saying is that 2 increment of 10% gives an effective increment of 21%. 2 increments of 10% does not give an effective increment of 20, but it gives an effective increment of 21%. So this change is being called as successive change. Successive, one over the another. Yeah. Successive means one over the another. So 2 increment of 10% would be effectively a 21% increment, not 20%. Got it? Two increment of 10% would be an effective increment of 21%, not 20%. Clear? So that is where we sometimes do the error. Okay. Let's move on and see some other thing. Let's suppose the value of the car initially is 10,000. Let's suppose the value of the car initially is 10,000. Its value is depreciating. Depreciate means decrease. Depreciates means decrease. Its value depreciates every year by 20%. Depreciates. What is the value after 1 year? What is the value after 1 year? What is the value after 1 year? The value after 1 year is going to be 20% depreciation is about depreciation of 2,000. So it will become 8,000. Again, it is depreciating by 20% in the next year. Again, it is depreciating by 20% in the next year. 20% of 8,000 is 8 to just 16. Only 1,600 depreciation. 20% of 8,000 is 1,600. So only 1,600 depreciation. It will now become 6,400. So what have you seen? What have you seen? That there is a overall depreciation of 3,600. There is a overall depreciation of 3,600, which means 3,600 depreciation over 10,000 into 100. 36% depreciation. 36% depreciation. How much depreciation? Overall 36% depreciation, not 40%. So depreciations of 20% will effectively give 36% depreciation, not 40%. Not 40%. Got my point? Got my point? So depreciation of 20% will give a effective depreciation of 36%, not 40%. So there should be some formula for it. Yeah. There should be some formula for it, definitely. And the formula is net change. Net change is A plus B plus A into B upon 100 with sign. With sign. Positive for increment. Positive for increment. And negative for decrement. With sign. Positive for increment and negative for decrement. Hello V. Hello everyone. Those who have joined, please do let me know by the form of comments. Those who have joined, please do let me know by the help of comments, guys. Okay. A plus B plus A into B upon 100. So let's suppose if I take the first example, 10% increment 2 times. Increment of 10% 2 times. So it will give 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 divided by 100. That is 21% increment. If you take one more example of 20% increment, 2 times. If you take one more example of 20% increment 2 times, so what would be the change, guys? Is 20 plus 20 plus 20 into 20 upon 100. That is 44% increase. 44% increase. So 2 increment of 20%, 2 increment of 20% will give effectively 44%. Okay, what about to decrement of 20%? What about to decrement of 20%? Apply it in the formula. Apply it in the formula. Well done. What did I said, guys? I said always use the value with the sign. Increment means positive, decrement means negative. So if there is an increment, use the positive sign. If there is a decrement, use the negative sign. So now there is a decrement. So minus 20 plus minus 20 plus minus 20 into minus 20 divided by 100. A plus B plus A into B upon 100. A plus B plus A into B upon 100. Luckily, this minus minus will become plus. So it is plus 4. So overall decrement minus 36%. Overall decrement 36%. And we have just find out as well with the help of what happened? Hello, hello. For how much time it's not audible? For is it audible now? Is it audible now? I hope so. Yeah. Oh. Okay. What have you seen? That what did I say, guys? I said. Okay, so it was not. Okay, then it's fine. Then it's fine. Otherwise, I was thinking about whether my entire things have been wasted or it would be making some use. Okay, then it's absolutely fine. Okay, then it's great. Guys, we can do all such things. We can do all such things. We can do all such things by the form of ratio method as well. We can do all such things by the form of ratio method as well. Like to increment of 10% and 20%. To increment of 10% and 20%. What is the net change? We can do it by ratio. We can do it by effective. We have already learned the formula. Now we will do it by ratios. Now we will do it by ratios because we want to learn something new. Because we want to learn something new. So 10% in the ratio is 10% in the ratio is 1 by 10 and 20% in the ratio is 1 by 5. By dividing by 100, 10 by 100, 1 by 10, 20 by 100, 1 by 5. Both are increment. So both positive. Both are increment. So both positive. What is the first percentage saying? That 10 will become 11. 10 will become 11. And what is the second thing saying? That 5 will become 6. 5 will become 6. So overall, 50 will become 66. Overall, 50 will become 66. So net change is 16 over 50 into 100. 16 over 50, because initial value is 50, into 100. 32%. So this ratio method is equally applicable wherever the effective method is applicable. However, ratio is more good because ratio can be applied in more than 2 as well. More than 2. Example 3, 4, 5. Change. However, a plus b plus a into b upon 100 is only applicable for 2 change at a time. However, a plus b plus a into b upon 100 is only applicable for 2 change at a time. Let's do some questions now. Let's do some questions now. Price increase by 36%. Quantity decreased by 30%. Change in the revenue. Change in the revenue. You know, revenue is price into quantity. Revenue is price into quantity. Revenue is price into quantity. Okay. If you do it by, okay, what is the change in the price? 36% increment. Can I say 36% increment as from 100 it has become 136? Come on, do tell me. Can I denote my 36% increment as from 100 it has become 136? Now quantity, 30% decrement. 30% decrement, can I say from 100 it has become 70? Which? From 100 it has become 70. This is the way to denote the quantity change. So what is the change happening in the revenue? 6 7 ja 42, 4. 21 plus 4, 25. 2. 952 over 1000. So change in revenue is from 1000 it has become 952. From 1000 it has become 952. I want to keep my denominator as 1000 only. Why? Because keeping percentage, calculating percentage over 100, 1000 is very easy. Calculating percentage over 100, 1000 is very easy. So there is a decrement of 48. So there is a decrement of 48 over 1000 into 100 percentage. Minus 4.8% decrease. Got it, bacha? Got it? Come on, do tell me, have you got it or not? However, I've kept the question as interesting one. I've kept the question as interesting one, not kept it very easy. Is it clear? If it is clear, then do let me know by your thumbs ups. Then only I will move ahead on to the next questions. Then only I will move ahead on to the next question. Yeah. Okay. Great. Now, read the second question very properly. Price reduced by 20%. Sale increased by X%. There is an increase of 60% in the revenue. There is an increase of 60% in the revenue. Again, the formula formation would be revenue is equal to price into sales. Again, the formula formation would be revenue is equal to price into sales. 60% rise in the revenue. 60% rise in the revenue. From 100, it has become 160. 20% decrement in the price. 20% decrement in the price. From 100, it has become 80. So sales is 2 by 1. So basically sales has become double. Huh? Sales has changed in the ratio 1:2. Double. What do you mean by getting double? 100% increment. What do you mean by getting double? 100% increment. Let's see how. From 1 it has become 2. From 1 it has become 2, so there is an increment of 1. From 1 it has become 2, so there is an increment of 1 over 1 into 100. 100% increment. I hope you can understand this point. Is it clear, bacha? Is it clear? Do let me know by the help of comments, a thumbs ups or yes sir, whatever you can do. So this is how we have to approach the successive change problems. This is how we have to approach the successive change problems. Okay. Just do let me know, guys. Then we are going to move on to the further questions of the day. Okay. Great. Great. Income of C is the 30% more than income of B. And income of B is 30% more than income of A. Income of C is what percentage more than income of A? Wow. Income of C 30% more than B. Income of B 30% more than A. So C is how much more than A? You can apply the direct effective as well. You can apply the direct effective as well. Or you can do like this as well, 100. If income of A is 100, B is 30% more, that is 130. And C is again 30% more. 30% of 30, 130 is 39, so 169. This is also you can do. So if income of A is 100, B is 30% more, and 30% of 100 is 30, and 30% of 100 is 30. Okay, what is happening? Yeah. So B is 130. Income of C is again 30% more. So 30% of 130 is 39. Yeah, you can calculate like this. 30% of 130, 39. So it will become 169. So income of C is how much more than A? Income of C is how much more than A? It's 69 more. It's 69 more. Comparison has to be done with A because you have to compare from A. So in the denominator, A will come. 69 more than 100. So 69 more over 100 into 100, 69%. 69%. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Come on, do tell me. Is it clear? Okay. And you can do it by the formula as well. You can do it by the formula as well. Whatever I told you in the beginning of the session, you can do it by that as well. That 2 increment of 30% is the effective increment of plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 into 30. However, you need to be very sure about that, you have read the question carefully. You can do like this as well. That would not be a great deal. Next. Come on. Price of milk increased by 12%. By how much should the consumption be reduced so that expenditure does not change? So that expenditure does not change. Do it. Price of milk increased by 12%. What ratio consumption should decrease so that expenditure do not change? You know, expenditure is equal to price into consumption. Expenditure is equal to price into consumption. Price is increasing by 12%. Price is increasing by 12%. Can I say from 100 it has become 112? You want expenditure to do not change. You want expenditure to do not change. Can I say it 100:100 or 1:1? Come on, tell me. If you want expenditure to do not change, can I say it should be in the ratio 1:1? Or you can say 100:100, which will ultimately reduce to 1:1. So what is the change in the consumption? The change in the consumption is, it will go over here, it will go over here. 100 by 112. So consumption will decrease by 12. Initial consumption was 112 and now it will become 100. Initial consumption was 112 and now it will become 100. So there is a decrement of 12 over initial value of 112 into 100. Over initial value of 112 into 100. Please do solve it out. Please do solve it out. 4 28 times, 25 times. 4 3 times, 4 7 times. Minus 75 by 7. Minus 75 by 7. Which is about minus 10.7%. So effectively there is 10.7% decrement. Please do find out. If there are any issues, do let me know. Sometimes we call this as in this way as well. If expenditure is constant, then price and consumption should be in the inverse ratio. price and conversion should be in the inverse ratio only if expenditure is constant. Yeah. Only if expenditure is constant, then price and consumption should be in the inverse ratio. Price was changing by 12%, so from 100 to 112. So expenditure or consumption should be changing. Consumption should be changing in the inverse ratio. From 112 to 100. So consumption should be changing in the inverse ratio from 112 to 100. It's decrement of 12 over 112 into 100. 10.7%. Again, we got the same answer. Is it clear? Again, we got the same answer, guys. Is it clear? So that inverse ratio is applicable wherever the expenditure is constant. That inverse ratio concept is applicable wherever the expenditure is constant. Wherever the expenditure is constant, we can also apply the inverse ratio as well. However, this is more good because it's applicable everywhere. Yeah. Its applications are huge. Without option, one question. Successive change. Price of a bullet. Price of a bullet is depreciating by 10% every year. After 3 years, it has become 5832. Depreciating 10% by every year. Depreciating 10% by every year. So 10% depreciation is 1 by 10 depreciation. Depreciation means negative sign. So depreciation of 1 over 10 every year. Depreciation of 1 over 10 every year. So from 10, it is becoming 9 every year. From 10, it is becoming 9 every year. And the same thing is happening for 3 years. And the same thing is happening for 3 years. From 10 to 9, from 10 to 9. So can I say in 3 years, it must have become 729 over 1000? In 3 years, it must have become 729 from 1000. Value after 3 years is given. Value after 3 years is given as 5832. What is the initial value? That is your final value and this is your initial value. Yeah. Initial will come in the denominator, final will come in the numerator. Initial will come in the denominator, final will come in the numerator. 9 and 2. You know 9 8 just 72. Can you feel the 8 over here? Can you feel the multiplication of 8 over here? 9 8 ja 32. 7 8 ja 56. Looking like a complete multiplication of 8. Looking like a complete multiplication of 8. You can cross check it as well. 9 8 ja 72. 7 16 plus 7 23. Yeah. So initial value was 8 into 1000, 8000. So initial value was 8000. Is it 100% clear, guys? Okay. Very fever comments. No issues, guys. You can watch it in the recordings as well multiple times if you want to master your successive change. If you want to master your successive change, you can watch it multiple number of times. Yeah. However, looking at the interactions, I have a plan of doing a lot of questions. Let's see how many questions we would do. I have a huge plans, guys, of discussing all the successive change problems today only. Okay, I have the huge plans. Okay. Anyone is there? Okay. Length of cuboid is increasing by 10%. Breadth is decreasing by 20%. Height is increasing by 25%. What is the net change on the volume? You know, volume is length into breadth into height. Volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height. Length increases by 10%. 10%, 1 by 10. Increment of 1 over 10. Can I say 11 over 10? Length has become from 10 to 11. Length has changed from 10 to 11. Okay. Length has changed from 10 to 11. Now there is a decrement of 20%. 20% we can write 1 by 5. Decrement, so negative sign. Decrement, so negative sign. From 5 it has decreased by 1, so 4 by the change. Okay. Height, there is a change, increase of 25%. 25% is 1 by 4. Okay, how do I write these fractions directly? Because I have taught you in the first class. I have taught you in the first class where I have taken the fractions. And it's very easy, guys. It's very easy. Just percentage, if you want to write into fraction, just eliminate the percentage sign and divide by 100. Just eliminate the percentage sign and divide. That is the ultimate idea. That is the ultimate idea. Increase by 25%, so increase by 1 over 4. So from 4 it has become 5. From 4 it has become 5. So they are nullifying each other effect. Last two are nullifying each other effect. Last two are nullifying each other effect. So overall change is only 11 by 10. So final upon initial. So volume is increasing by 1 over 10 into 100. That is 10%. Correct. Okay. There are some good tricky questions over it as well. I will take up it in the upcoming sessions. There are some good tricky questions over it as well. But before that, I want you to take a good revision of all these. To take a good revision of, because we have covered a good content over today. We have covered a good content of today. Yeah, like quality content today. Some very good questions we have discussed. I can start discussing these as well, but I want some interaction. And today, the interaction was like a less. So I am postponing these questions to the next day. I'm postponing these questions to the next day because, like, at least you should be good till here. Then we will be proceeding toward this. Then we would be proceeding towards this. However, I'm doing one question. Yeah. So that once you come to the next class, you would be ready. You would be ready of solving such questions. Price of reg reduced by 20%. It enables a man to buy 20 more for rupees 40. Can I say initially as well and finally as well, he is spending only rupees 40? Can I say initially as well and finally as well, he is only spending rupees 40? So expenditure is constant. That is the main point to observe. That is the main point to observe, that his expenditure is constant. Initially also he is buying for rupees 40. Finally also he is buying for rupees 40. But because of reduction in the price, he is buying more quantity. He is able to buy more quantity. But expenditure is constant. Price reduced by 20%. So price reduced from 5 to 4. Price reduced from 5 to 4. So consumption should be changing in the inverse ratio from 4 to 5. So consumption should be changing in the inverse ratio from 4 to 5. How much is the increment in the consumption? 1. How much is the increment in the consumption? 1. In the question, it is given 20 more eggs. In the question, it is given 20 more eggs. Here. So this one is given as 20 eggs. According to ratio, it is one more consumption. According to ratio, it is one more consumption. Actually, according to the question, it is 20x. So 1 is equal to 20x. Initial consumption 4. So 4 into 20, 80 eggs. And final consumption 5. 5 into 20, 100 eggs. One question come from here as well. What is the initial consumption? What is the initial consumption? You will say, sir, 80 eggs. And what is the final consumption? You will say 100 eggs. So this becomes the individual question in itself. So this becomes an individual question in itself. However, the question which is being asked is one label above. However, the question which is being asked is one label above. They are asking the reduced price. Reduced price means final price. Reduced price means final price. Final price can be found out by final consumption. If final consumption is 100 egg, then with rupees 40, you can buy 100 eggs. Final consumption is 100 eggs. So with rupees 40, you can buy 100 eggs. So my final price is convert into rupees 400 paisa divide by 10, 40 paisa per egg. So my final price is 40 paisa per egg. It is one step above. It is one step above the final consumption calculation. Final price. In rupees 40, you can buy 100 eggs. Convert 100 rupees into paisa. Convert rupees into paisa. So it's 40 paisa per egg. One step above. So once you calculate your final consumption, your final consumption was 100 eggs. And you can buy these 100 eggs in 40 rupees. So final prices in rupees 40, you can buy 100 eggs. Okay. Rupees 4 is 400 paisa. Divide by 10 eggs. 400 paisa per egg. 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 400 paisa per eg So final price comes out to be 40 paisa. This is what you need to learn, guys, and this is what we will practice more in the upcoming sessions. And from here the question comes. And this is where from the question comes. And this is the point from where the question comes. Is it clear? This is the point from where the question comes. Yeah. So we have to work over it. We have to work over it. This portion I've done it 2 times. Yeah. This portion I've done it 2 times. Yeah. It's not like we are not, we have just done it for the better understanding. For the better understanding. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care of yourself. Have a great time. See you me in the next session, which is again going to be a part of percentage. Then we will begin with the ratios and proportion, a very important topic for you. So, see you guys. See you. Take care of yourself. Have a great time. Do subscribe to the channel, those who are new to the channel. And guys, those who will watch in the recording, please make a habit of coming in the live. It happens every day at 10 a.m. on our Exampur channel. It happens every day at 10 a.m. on our Exampur channel. So make a habit of coming live. See you from the next classes in the comment box or in the chat box. Take care of yourself. Have a great time.